Gunpowder Tim and Ashes O'Reilly, laid low by brute force alone, with Nastya succumbing to a computer virus. Drumbot Brian was marched to the brig at gunpoint. Ivy was enticed there by the prospect of a book fair. Raffaella Lacognizzi chloroformed in her lap. The toy soldier caved into peer pressure. Johnny caved into octo-kitten pressure. And as for Marius, I just asked him nicely, are we sitting comfortably?
No.
Good. Then I'll begin.
Killers and renegades, liars and thieves, welcome! We are the Mechanisms, the crew of the Starship Aurora, roving through the galaxy, having fun, violence, adventure, violence. Violence! Allow me a brief moment of self-indulgence to introduce to you the crew of our mighty starship. There's Drumbot Brian, our pilot. Ashes O'Reilly, quartermaster. Gunpowder Tim, our master-at-arms. Baron Marius von Raum, ship's doctor. Raffaella Lacognizzi, science officer. And Ivy Alexandria, our archivist. And last, but the very opposite of least, myself, Johnny DeVille, your humble captain.
You can just watch the black box.
I can't. It's corrupted and a bit came off.
Did you break the artifact?
I didn't. I don't think it was very well made.
Did it?
I'm not making you another one!
Don't worry, conservation efforts underway. And don't break it again.
Not gonna have another chance.
In which case, Drumbot Brian, I believe you're our pilot. What? What?
Sorry, we need to set levels. Sorry.
Oh, joy.
Violin. Play. Is there a mandolin? Sorry?
Yeah, there's a mandolin here.
Banjo I spy. No. Yes. Yes. That's not a banjo.
Why are we taking orders from this mortal, Johnny? Do you know how to work the banjo?
They don't help. Not against that.
This continued for 3, maybe 4 years, until Tim's best friend Bertie did what young men at war are prone to do and died. The details are muddy and, quite frankly, hilarious.
Evidently not.
Is her? How do we wake her up?
Well, you could try kissing her.
I'm not kissing a sleeping stranger, Nastya. That's really fucking creepy.
Well, try your normal creepy plan then. Shoot the machines until they explode.
I will. See? It
work.
Take no prisoners, give no quarter. Show them all the colour of their interest on the floor. The Kaiser's men and cattle to the slaughter, and the blood will run like water. All together now! Take no prisoners, give no quarter. Show them all the colour of their interest on the floor. The Kaiser's men and cattle to the slaughter, and the blood will run like wine.
What shall we do with a drunk space pirate?
Ashes! No way! No, there ain't no way! I saw you burn! It's worse than ashes. What went down between me and you, it was just business. Join up with me and the Yaces, we're gonna rule this world. Look, killing me ain't gonna do you no good, Ashes. Look, it ain't just me. The Yaces, the Sevens, the Cubs, they're all in it. What you gonna do? Ain't enough gasoline out there to burn down an entire planet.
That's funny, because if you said that a couple of weeks ago, I might believe you, but...
Ashes. Why are you laughing?
Yes. Ashes, do you want to explain?
Well, you know, we were on this colony and we were having a few drinks, and then these bounty hunters found us. It was about, remember the grievous misuse of rodents charges and the indecent exposure charges? And to be honest, I was kind of sick of them, so I thought I'd just let it stew.
Good decision. I like that. So, did the roast reds come my way?
Yeah. It's kind of messy.
ローズレッドって何ですか?
You honestly don't know?
Up me boys, and I'm flying down to heaven, up to the sky, 20 cracks and break your bones in just a million miles from home.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Up me boys, and I'm flying down to heaven, up to the sky, 20 cracks and break your bones in just a million miles from home.
Thank you, everybody. We have been the mechanisms, and you have been our hostages. Good night.
But of course, it's not all heroes and villains and fighting. Sometimes we like to just relax. Chill out. In fact, there was a brochure we got for a lovely looking plant. I think it was a brochure. It was in a bottle and scrawled in blood, but it sounded lovely. Stop it, the story's not finished yet. You don't applaud mid-story. Especially you.
Things like getting out, the hats are so small. I don't have a big head. But that is a small hat.
What shall we do with a drunk space pirate? Yeah.
I'm singing a song through the microphone.
Oh, God.
And you, sir, with the fashionable goggles. Not the one with the flowers, the other one.
I hate everything you stand for.
I'm still up here.
Just do what he says, Tim. I'm doing what he says, Johnny.
This whole thing would be so much simpler if someone hadn't thrown Doc's coming out of an airlock, and I am thinking about Johnny. Pista.
Stop the Carmilla. Huh? なんでここにいんの?
Upon a wave of ghost fire, she strode into the maze with 6 barrels on her pistol and her trigger all ablaze. Vengeance for her father was what the stranger sought, but her bullet showed no mercy to the evil that she caught. In Champagne she made damn sure that triumphs would despair. Kang Tam, red pedal suit, roll quail beneath her stare. The prismal sank, the wars began, the city was on fire, but no one's chi was strong enough to stand before her ire. Her name was Lil Lemon. She wore a coat as black as night. Outlaw, monster or demon, all fell before her badge's blazing light.
Back to the senseless violence. Now, there's one more battle, I suppose, I'd like to tell you about this evening. It's not some kind of war. It's in fact life on the what's the ship we live on again? Aurora. Sorry, I forget sometimes.
How could you forget my girlfriend's name?
Ew. But anyway.
How is everybody? Sorry, I didn't catch. I'm going to assume good, broadly speaking.
Of course, we wouldn't leave you with such a downer of an ending. So we've got one more little song for you. And we're going to need a little bit of your help for this one. It's very simple. You probably know what to do already. All I'll say is, on the way haze, we want you to join in. What shall we do with a drunk space pirate? Yeah.
At last, but the opposite of least, myself, Johnny DeVille, your humble captain.
First mate!
You know, I must admit I'm impressed. I don't remember the last time anyone managed to incapacitate us all like this.
Wasn't it that aristocratic one with all the knives?
Ah, the Marquis de all the Knives. Now there was a worthy foe.
So, before we go on, I'd like to mention that while passing through the system, we've decided, well, firstly to advertise our few piratical endeavours on your primitive internet through Facebook and indeed a blog, whatever one of those is. But secondly, we've got ourselves a small crowdfunding project on Indiegogo to make, what do they call the primitive implements in this society?
A compact disc.
Yes! We are making ourselves a compact disc. So, if you want to get your hands on one of these CDs early, or indeed see any of the other goodies we are offering, check us out on Indiegogo at The Mechanisms.
It came to pass about 300 years in the future ago. So, well, I'll leave it to be told by the lovely Raffaella Lacognizzi.
Bless you.
I still need a microphone.
Yeah, but like, what are you? How did you even find us after the whole era ordeal?
Well, you know. What can I say? What the hell is that?
What the hell, old chap?
It's a long story. Okay. What if I'm going homesick, you know? Speaking of homesick.
We are going to take a short 15 of your, what do they call them? Minutes. Well, you were too slow, they already told me. 15 of your minutes, more or less. So get a drink, do all your functions.
I was serving in the 42nd Starborn under Queen George XII, while Tim was busy being mortal, like a wanker. He and his best friend, Bertie, took off to war.
Anyway, speaking of motherfuckers. I mean, I'm not sure how much more. You know that was a character.
My mother was a tailor, but she never sewed me shit. We were all once mortal and boring like your good selves. Until something within each of us broke, shattered beyond repair, and was replaced by a fascinating individual by the name of Dr. Carmilla, who unfortunately has since fallen out an airlock. But Tim and Bertie, well, they had their own way of dealing with things.
Gas last night and gas the night before. Can it be gas tonight if we're never gassed no more? When you're gassed, you're sick as you can be, 'cause the kind of mustard gas are much too much for me.
Hear my words, I'm an honest man, and I'll tell you how our crew began. A workshop height in a ship's inside, and I'll take you there, for it's wrong to lie. Life, eternity, granted by this laboratory. No, I'll go alone to sea, you won't escape that easily. He thought I was tricking him. I wasn't tricking him.
We sent him alone and unarmed into the docks lab.
Point taken.
What shall we do with a drunk space pirate? I'll do it at my own pace, thank you.
And myself, Johnny DeVille, your humble captain. We don't even have to do it these days, Johnny. Right! Drumbot Brian, are we all set up with sound?
Please, these mortals are just gonna perspire more if we wait.
Toy Soldier 45, passing examination.
Oh, great.
Lemon.
Breakfast.
Milk.
Sugar.
No thanks.
Pass the tea, please.
With pleasure.
Password accepted.
Go on.
Anyway. Who next? Who next? Not you or you. We haven't quite got your stories out of you yet. Heard you? Have you? Ashes. Our very own quartermaster, Ashes O'Reilly.
This thing still working?
What, ho?
Apparently so.
I say, pass the cucumber sandwiches, old bean.
Do you have cucumber sandwiches?
No,
What?
we do not have cucumber sandwiches.
I want a cucumber.
We have no cucumber sandwiches anymore. We just have this pile of crap.
Tally-ho.
I mean, look at it. I think it's over at a market somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where or how it worked. It seems to speak English. Doesn't speak basic, common lisp, anything else. Thank you, Bob.
Do you want to retune that?
Yeah, I'd like to retune that.
Way to break the
Blame
narrative.
you and your moisture. Your sick moisture. See, my gulls.
So I introduced you to a concept, Tim, by the name of narrative flow.
No.
It's even worse. It's even worse. And that, boys and girls, is why there's no longer a moon. It's why in your monodirectional time stream there won't be a moon in like 300 years. Do they really only go one way through time?
Pretty much.
Poor fuckers.
Sentimental ass. You're just jealous.
Is this her? How do we wake her up?
Well, you could try kissing.
I'm not gonna kiss a sleeping stranger, Nastya. That's really fucking creepy.
But I ain't used to it.
Shoot the machines until they blow. I like that one. Looks like it worked.
version. How are we doing? Good.
And on this went. Every night was a fucking sing-song. Unlike these days. Yes.
Just wait, it's still setting up all the calls. You're all so eager. Yes. Woo, woo, woo. Losers. Sorry, what? You said you had new wings, I didn't. Okay. Is this the... No, that's not the...
Stand-up to pass the time. So, you know how you're walking through Sirius 7 and there are all those mutants that leap on you and eat your flesh? What's the deal with that? I mean, did the Syrian High Command say, hey, you know what we don't have enough of? Flesh-eating monstrosities, let's make some of them. Tough crowd.
I've got to say, I always enjoyed how you always went when we went down to a planet. What is it, a god, or a crime boss, or a crime boss god, or... Was there anything else? Preston. Oh! Preston. Which one? Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Rare rose, not snow, none of them. Somebody knew. And this bothered Nastia.
Don't think we have a problem.
But I don't get it, Nastia. We've been watching billions die for 3 decades and having a great time. Now you're getting all white-eyed over one poor innocent thing. I don't buy it.
Yeah, actually it's not me, it's the ship, Aurora. She cannot bear to see another biomechanical organism in pain.
Fuck the ship.
I do.
Ew.
Anyway, Johnny, it is far too late. I have asked the pilot to set in the coordinates. We're already on our way.
Trombone. Insubordinate little...
Thank you.
Nothing. I've got nothing. There's only one option left, and I really, really don't want to have to take it. Shortly after the train failed to emerge, a group of bandits showed up to prey on the chaos. Their weapons and technology were utterly alien to us, and it took almost 20 years to capture them. Even stranger, in the 60 years of their imprisonment, they have stubbornly refused to age. But they have shown an affinity with technology beyond what we know. If anyone understands the Bifrost, it would be them. I hate them.
Good morning, Inspector Liff.
Von Raum.
And what can we do for you this fine prison day?
Is it about the Bifrost?
Yes, how did you know?
Given your known distaste for us, it's the only event with a greater than 30% chance of bringing you here. Has the train arrived?
Yes, a few days ago.
We should be going, guys.
Right, well, good luck with that. I'm just here because I need to know what happened. What happened in the Bifrost?
Well then, we shall tell you.
No, you really don't. Okay, no, that's not. Okay, no, sing.
We're gasoline. Shut up! I am sick of your singing.
Where did you get that violin? Just tell me.
The big finale that... Oh no, everyone's dying. And then everyone died. Cosmically and horribly. I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds and then we're just... Oh Yes, what do you mean spoilers? Happened a long time ago. Read a history book. I mean, it's kind of predictable. It's the ending of every set. We happen to stumble across tragic situations where everyone dies. I mean, obviously there are stories where people live, but we just choose not to tell them. That's the thing.
Not enough violence.
Any luck? Any luck? Brian? It's reboot. Okay, you know what? I mean, we're technology as well. I mean, I'm not gonna throw all of technology under the bus just because this. I mean, we are dying. Yeah. Just come with me. Or,
The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand and wept like anything to see such quantities of sand.
If this were only cleared away, this.
Ivy, please not you as well.
7 minutes.
I'll try and restart it. Toy Soldier 45, restart.
Administrator password required.
Password activation.
Earl Grey. Breakfast.
Milk.
Sugar.
No, thank you.
Oysters, come and walk with us.
Earl Grey with lemon. Password denied.
Right. Shut down. Please, could you stop as well, Ivy? Please, just shut down.
I don't shut down, Nasty. I'm not a robot.
We need to get Johnny, don't we?
Yeah,
We need Johnny to get us all up and break them out, I think.
I've got some next thing.
I'm sure you do. Yeah. Right, grab a gun, people.
Nasty.
Yes.
Nasty, Johnny has my gun.
Everybody, the music is broken. There is no more music. Grab a weapon and go that way now.
Password accepted.
I hate you all.
Sing along if you still know the words. Tim?
It's been 10 years.
10 millennium.
Give or take. And not once, have you said please.
Now, this is when we're
now.
doing this now.
Now we'll do it.
Tim? Please. Basic politeness gets a chair. That's... I'm glad.
Anyway, at least it was better than useless prophecies. They were all true. True and useful.
But it was at this point we discovered something interesting about the toy soldier. You see, it obeyed any order to the letter. But it became apparent it didn't actually matter which uniform you were wearing when you gave the order. We first discovered this when we captured an enemy corporal with a rather familiar moustache. Later it was giving us our orders as a colonel. I even hear you made general at one point for the other side.
Well, what can I say? your uniforms were all green and rumpled, and their helmets had spikes on them.
I should at this point make sure that no connection is drawn to our Baron Marius, who is lots of militaries have spikes on their helmets. Don't make a thing out of this. Anyway, the point was it seemed happy enough after its fashion. Well, I'll say one thing for this planet. It does produce some spectacularly ugly people.
So, I think our first song shall be a nice song from the war. Well, a war. We've been in rather a lot. The rebellion, to be specific.
We've been in a lot of those as well, Tim.
We'll tell you the story of Jack Sprat, hero of Snow White's revolution.
Well, of course we've talked a lot about us, which is reasonable because we are fascinating and important and vitally important. But occasionally we meet interesting people along our travels, and this song's about one of them, not you.
Is it about me?
Oh, sing a song about Alice.
Let's sing a different. No.
Distant stars are waiting.
Lost in the cosmos, lonely.
Stay back! Stay back!
And we never saw him again.
You clearly weren't listening the first time I explained.
No, I wasn't.
I mean, when did President Ism... When did the toy soldier get here? Tim, you know what I told you? You let it back in. I swear, the door was locked.
I'm just happy to be involved.
Why is it always immortality? Why does no one ever want anything more interesting?
Oh, right. What about, say, gold? Look at this gold lying around.
Yeah. Why do you have all that gold?
Oh, it's for tax purposes.
We all have a similar story. And, well, why stop at just 9 when there are so many fascinating tales to tell? Gunpowder Tim, what a fascinatingly good idea. Let's tell your story.
I once heard them say a kiss could wake me up, but I hope my prince will bring a sword.
Well, it's a revolver.
This is why people shouldn't go to war. Because inevitably your best friend gets shot, and this happens, and you can't repair humans. That's why I prefer machines.
Quickly repressing that memory. We killed our lead singer! Don't worry, Johnny will eventually be back. We sent Brian to make sure no one steals the corpse while he regenerates. But, for now, well, we're not under his watchful eye. We can sing whatever we want, so tonight we're going to sing our own songs.
But we don't have any of our own songs.
Oh, well, we're going to sing his songs, but better!
But worse, you always had to have one ear open for the alarms. If it was a gas attack, you could usually get to a respirator or let the pumps take care of it, but if it was a radiation attack, you need to get in your foxhole and cover yourself with lead,
or you'd be cooked from the inside out. I was having a great time! All right then. One last time.
What shall we do with a drunk? I don't even need to be here, do I? What shall we do with a drunk space pirate? Distant stars are waiting. So, it is goodbye from the crew of the Aurora. Ben Balo as Drumbo Brian. Frank Voss as Ashes O'Reilly. Tim Leadsom as Gunpowder Tim. Kofi Young as Baron Marius von Rau. Rachel L. Hughes as Raffaella Locognizzi. Morgan Wilkinson as Ivy Alexandria. The Toy Soldier as Jessica Law. And Johnny Sims as Johnny DeVille, your humble first mate.
First mate!
What?
I know what I said. That's what we'll do with a drunk space pirate. That's what we'll do with a drunk space pirate. That's what we'll do with a drunk space pirate. Distant stars away. Thank you.
Tally-ho, welcome to the Pitt Rivers Museum. We are four of a band of immortal space pirates known as the Mechanisms. And as the result of a lost bet and some broken and eaten objects, we're going to be taking you on a tour of our favourite objects in this simply spiffing museum. Now, I'm the Toy Soldier, and I'm going to start with a little bit of an introduction to the history of the museum in this planet's boring, mono-directional time stream.
Now, you'll see his breastplate, which isn't actually made of metal, but a sheet of leather with about 40 layers of lacquer made from tree sap on it, making it almost as durable as steel, but much more wearable and versatile. I've never had any problems myself.
So it would be laid down in the prospective spot, and this fine magnetic needle. I like magnets. Anyway, yes.
Now, this object is of particular interest to me, because when I'm not being forced at gunpoint to give guided tours, I myself play the mandolin, and I really am inspired by the way in which music can bring hope, even in the most dire circumstances. Oh no, wait, it's 2013, isn't it? Oh, gosh. Gosh, you're in for a treat, and they're 2,000 years in the future ago. Goodness me.
Hello, I am Gunpowder Tim, and I did not agree to this. And, in the process, revolutionising modern warfare, allowing for new strategies such as sniping and firing at will.